You may have visited or driven through Main Street in downtown Los Angeles, but do you know how historic this block is? Housed in the Brunswick Building and the Plaza House, La Plaza de Cultura y Artes Museum opened in 2011, but the history of these buildings date back to the 1880s.
So where we are here is really where Los Angeles was first born. So as you know, the city was settled by pobladores from Mexico in 1781. They created the plaza area here, and as this area developed, this was really the commercial civic center of Los Angeles.
Today, the museum is known as the nation's premier center of Mexican-American culture. Through exhibits and various programs, you can learn about the ongoing story of Mexican Americans in Los Angeles and beyond.
What we focus on here is celebrating the Latino roots of Los Angeles. So we do that through history, art, and culture. Okay, we want people to know how Los Angeles got founded, who the founders were, and what those contributions were that were made to the development of the city. You know, LA is more than La La Land. We're more than that. We have permanent exhibitions here. One is a recreation of Main Street out here as it used to be back in the 1920s, with stores that people can go into. Some of those are actually original stores that used to be on the street back then. And then we have changing exhibitions that come in as well.
And preserving that history includes renovation of the La Plaza Paseo Walkway. The block-long pathway is located between the La Plaza Museum and the historic La Placita Church and will extend from Main Street to Spring Street.
And here's a fun fact. How many of you knew that this was the first church in Los Angeles and the first cemetery right behind me? So when you come down here, not only will you learn about their historical significance, but walking through this pathway will give you a true glimpse into history.
And we'll be renovating that area with new landscaping. We're also going to create what we consider the signature piece of that project, which is a landscape archway, which will be right here on Main Street. And then another important component of that is we'll have some historical signage out there so that people can go through and learn about the history of Los Angeles from the early Native American settlers, the Tongvas who were here, up until the periods controlled by Spain and later Mexico and later the United States.
When completed, it will create a direct pathway stretching approximately 4 city blocks to Union Station and the new residential retail complex.
So much history here in Los Angeles. Now, if you haven't come down to La Plaza de Cultura y Artes, I highly recommend you to come down and really learn about the immigrant experience.